Oh, hell fucking yes.
Yo,
There is a psychopath in Chicago. He got somebody fired last year and took the man's damn job. He just got another coach fired. We're going to be talking a little bit about Brian Daboll out as the New York Giants head coach, given our Week 10 overreactions as always, and given our picks for some Week 11 action. Before we get into all of that, I've got to shout out our sponsor on this episode. It's Vivid Seats. You know them. You love them. If you've been watching, you know how much I talk about them because they are the best ticket buying platform on the market. We're talking about guaranteed seats. We're talking about ticket insurance, the best prices on the market. And if you use the link in our description, you're going to save yourself even more money. It's a no-brainer. So go get yourself to Vivid Seats and go sit vividly now. I've got to go around and introduce the crew. We got Justin, we got Tonio, we got Oria. I am Kyle. This is the Gridiron segment. And another week has passed in the NFL, and we have our second head coach firing of the 2025 season. Brian Daboll is out as the New York Giants head coach after what a collapse. I can't even take credit. I can't even take credit for my Bears. Yes, they needed to make the plays to win the game, but holy shit, New York just let them do it. After having their way with them on offense for most of the game, like the Bears' run defense looked abysmal, and passing defense, not much better. But damn it, a win is a win is a win, and a loss is maybe a win. Justin, the Wicked Witch is dead. Brian Daboll's out. You're still not happy, though. Tell me why.
Because Joe Shane still has a freaking job. That's why I'm not happy. You're talking about the Wicked Witch is dead. And granted, I'm one of the people that said Brian Daboll needed to be let go. His football IQ, and when it comes to decision makings, timeouts, challenges, all of that, just horrendous. His explosive, emotional self on the sidelines, throwing tablets everywhere. Granted, I get it. He needed to go. But you know who else needed to go? The guy that drafted Evan Neal, number 7 overall. The guy that traded for a tight end in Darren Waller, who's never available. He literally retired from football after us to go make crappy music. The guy who's let Saquon Barkley go, Julian Love go, McKinney go, and guess what? They all got better outside of this dang team. Oh, yes, I know they want me to say.
They were great.
I know you want me to say. Look at Daniel Jones is now leading the top of the AFC after leaving us. So, no, I am not happy because I want all of them gone. I want just complete house right. Matter of fact, tear down MetLife Stadium while we're at it. That place is just bad luck overall. Not just for us, but for anybody who plays in that stadium. Just do a complete reset. Burn down the stadium. Fire everybody. Start brand new. Sell the team even. Have somebody else come in. I'm not happy about this. I'm also not happy about the fact that my quarterback, who is playing like a rookie of the year candidate, who's playing like the best quarterback coming out of this draft, who put 2 rushing touchdowns on your Chicago Bears, who can't stop a nosebleed when it comes to the run, unfortunately, finally sustained his first concussion. And I think that was the nail on the Brian Daboll coffin, because you can lose all the games in the world. You can have terrible meltdowns, but if you get the future franchise quarterback of this team injured, knocked out of the game, to the point that it is Wednesday, November 12th, and they already ruled him out and said that we're starting Jameis Winston, yeah, we got a problem here. So, no, I'm not happy. I'm not happy I had to sit through that game against the Bears, getting hype at first. Really was about to talk some smack to you, Kyle.
You were ready. No, I could feel
it. And then
second
Jackson Dart went in, and I had to watch Russell Wilson go out on that field. I said, fuck.
As soon as I saw Russ take the field, I was cheering on my couch. I was so thrilled. But hey, Jameis Winston brand football
Yes, but you know what? I have to criticize one Giant player for that game, and I hate to do it because he has been a bright spot on this team since last year. But Jermaine Illuminor, if you're pointing at a blitzing cornerback, you need to be the one to block him. Why are you pointing and then letting him run past you?
There wasn't even a tight end on that side of the line. Like, who is he telling? You're the outside guy.
The fact that he did it twice.
It was ridiculous. And I will tell you, it is coaching malpractice to send your quarterback out when CJ Gardner-Johnson is on the other defense and not tell him to slide early and often, because there was some commentator that said it the best. CJ Gardner-Johnson is 31 teams' least favorite player, but when he's on your team, it's kind of freaking fun. It's kind of a good time. Tonio, give me your take on the Giants just pissing away a game.
Here's the real question. Would Daboll still have a job if Jackson Dart didn't get injured?
Yes.
That's the real question.
I would believe yes. I believe he'll make it another week. You know why? You know why? Because they would still run it down the Bears' throats, and they probably would have pulled out a win, if not a really close loss.
The Bears had no answer for the design QB run. I agree.
Y'all wasn't beating Caleb Williams.
He was close to getting hurt anyway, the way he was running. A lot of that is on Mike Kafka, the office coordinator, and Daboll makes the final decision. But at some point, they needed to understand that you can't have your rookie franchise quarterback doing what he was doing. It looks amazing. It looks exciting. But they should be thinking about the future. So the fact that he got a concussion, maybe it was the nail in the coffin to say, okay, Daboll, you're not telling him that we shouldn't be doing this. And Mike Kafka probably won't have a job next year. I mean, I don't see it. Not with the Giants anyway. So I really question two things. Would he still be having a job like you guys answered? And if the team was fully healthy, with Jackson Dart starting, Malik Neighbors healthy, Cam Scatterbull healthy, would we be praising Daboll versus going against them and throwing pitchforks and fire and everything? See, they looked good when people were healthy. When Scatterbull was healthy, when Jackson Dart finally came in, they didn't win all the games, but they looked good. They didn't even have, think about it, they didn't even have Malik Neighbors. So put all those together, everybody healthy, would we even be saying, even you, Justin, what would we be saying, bye, Brian? I don't know. So next year, we're going to find out a lot when everybody gets back. Because remember, now he's going to have a new head coach and probably a new OC. And as a quarterback, that's never a good thing. That's the problem, too, with some of these quarterbacks. They play up to their potential, or they don't. Regardless, the coach is more than likely getting fired and the OC, and they go on repeat. So hopefully, this doesn't happen with the Giants. They get the right people in. But I don't know if this was good or bad, him getting hurt and causing this whole chain reaction. The Bears win it when they shouldn't have. Daboll getting fired. Kafka probably getting fired. And the GM looking like he should get fired. Only time will tell.
It's going to be interesting to see. I think I will push back a little bit on the coaching question. Not entirely disagreeing, because I think if they stayed healthy, no, there's not really a question of Daboll's job security, because that offense would have looked a lot better. But I will say there's injuries for every team, and it always comes down to what do you do after that? And the great coaches in this league are able to overcome it. They're able to substitute. They're able to go into their bench and go into some of their depth. But that being said, that also circles right on back to the GM.
I was just about to say it, because you know
Who builds
what really
the
makes
roster?
that? When the GM can build behind and have depth.
Yeah,
No doubt.
When you lose your number one receiver, number one running back, I don't know too many coaches that can sustain that.
I don't know how great Andy Reid would handle not having Mahomes, not having Kelsey,
Correct.
not having Chris Jones. Like that's kind of the comp that we're talking about here.
Correct. So we'll see.
There's a reason why the 49ers get as much credit as they do, no matter how they perform. And that's because they know how to build a team.
Yeah.
Remember, they damn near almost won a Super Bowl with their third string quarterback.
Yeah. But you know one thing about the San Francisco 49ers I've noticed? Almost doesn't count. And this isn't a song. almost. They always look good, but they never go past the finish line. I love them.
They're
But
always the
fool's
bridesmaid.
gold. They're fool's gold.
I'll take that than what we got in New York.
I'm
Ori, I
sure.
heard you down there talking a little bit about Mr. CW18, the Iceman. There is something that happens to that guy once it's below 5 minutes left in the game. What the hell? That is a clutch factor that the Bears have quite literally never seen at the quarterback position, period. And we're all acting a fool on the Chicago fan pages. Give me your thoughts on the Bears kind of eking out a lucky win here, but on the shoulders of a great comeback performance from Caleb Williams.
Was like you said earlier, it was a great comeback win. The Giants had the game the whole time, but once Jackson Dart had that concussion, and once you get Russell Wilson in there, everybody don't like Russell Wilson. So it's like once Russ is in there, it feels like the game was done. The Giants was done. The organization was done. Like everybody was done probably. I know Justin was done. I know he was done. Once he seen Russell, he was probably like, "Damn, we're done. This ain't no way."
Once I saw Russell, I was like, "God damn it!"
But like Tonio said, like you gotta still have that future. They still gotta remember that Jackson Dart's the future. Cam Scatterbo is the future. Malik Neighbors the future. So like,
and what's Russell Wilson scared of? Anything named future.
I don't think if everybody was healthy, I don't think DABOLL will be.
I like that. That was all right there. We should have had like a future face right in the middle of us. That would have been.
It's okay. You know what? When we clip that, that's gonna be beautiful.
That was gorgeous.
But like DABOLL, I would think DABOLL would still be on the team right now if everybody was healthy. So, Giants, y'all got to figure it out. I think it's time to get picks. Now we need to start trading a little bit, people. Let's get some picks.
Too late. Too late.
Yeah.
The deadline already passed.
It's still time.
Too late.
Hey man, it's not like once the league year starts for 2026, it's not like you can have too many trades before the draft. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
I wanted to, as much as I love him, I wanted to cut Kayvon after that game because I'm like, how many times do you got to whiff on Caleb Williams?
I don't know if that's on Kayvon. I'm gonna be honest.
A lot of bad discipline with the Giants. As good as their defense is, they have a lot of bad discipline issues.
Was it 250 yards that Caleb got? It was both of them was 50-yard runs, right?
It was
close enough.
It was 50 total. It was 20. It was like 20, 25 each.
Okay.
But they felt like 50 because it was explosive.
And man, that's Houdini back there. We're talking a lot about future quarterbacks. Seems like the future is here, and his name's Drake May. I got a real simple question here. At an MVP favorite right now, number one on the list is Drake May.
On the way.
Patriots are rolling. Who in the AFC can get in their way at this point?
Ooh. The
Chiefs,
Indianapolis Colts.
They ain't gonna fuck with them. They can't fuck with them.
Number one run defense off the Patriots.
Because the Patriots been really doing good. That run defense been really doing good for the last couple of weeks. So Jonathan Taylor versus that run defense, who's gonna win?
Milton Williams and Barmore clogging up the middle.
We'll see. I would say this. We're caught up on the offense of the Colts, but they still don't have Travarius back. As much as Sauce looks lost, he'll eventually
that touchdown to Drake London was embarrassing.
He'll eventually catch on, and because I don't know if he's showing that he's maybe not the primary corner. Maybe that's kind of where he's leaning towards that. Now it could change, but him and Travarius Ward back there together is going to make a big difference. Should they play the Patriots? Because the Patriots, for as amazing as they look, I do think they'll lose at least one more time. And when you lose, you start to see, okay, there it is.
There's the formula. That's
now,
how we do it.
The question is, what will that be? But I'll say this. I don't want them to lose now. I'd rather them lose now than lose later and figure it out, because I like to see rookie, and even though this is second year, is second year rookie to me, I like to see those guys ascending and their team look amazing, and he looks amazing. Honestly, unrealistically amazing. So I don't want to see them fail in the playoffs. I actually want to see them maybe lose a game and figure out what the formula was when they lost. Same as the other team, the opposition that beats them. And I want to see them figure it out, because I don't think Vrabel should have gotten fired on the Titans anyway. It was ridiculous. So the fact that he is doing what he's doing now, he's a player's coach. He's literally like the AFC version of the Detroit Lions coach. Like, he's a big guy that you look like you want to play for. Except he's a little more quieter. Dan Campbell, speaking of the Detroit Lions, both of those guys look like they can still play, is what I'm saying. So I do hope that
he still be out there practicing.
No, but here's the question when it comes to the Patriots. What game will they lose next? Because the remaining schedule is versus the Jets, at the Bengals, versus the Giants, versus at home versus the Bills, at Baltimore, at the Jets, and then at home versus the Dolphins.
The Bills lost to Miami. That's all I gotta say.
I will say is that Bills, they're going to play the Bills again in Baltimore, and they're going to be in Baltimore.
That's the biggest thing with the Baltimore game. It is not in Foxborough. Yes, Patriots are undefeated on the road. Look at their schedule. Like, come on.
And did their number one running back, didn't he get hurt?
He got hurt.
Or is he back this week? I know he didn't play last game, even though
he's back.
Their other running back is super fast. But I will say this, the Bills are weird. They beat the teams that they shouldn't, they are supposed to beat, but they lose to the teams where you're like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? So that game is going to be tricky, and Baltimore is going to be tricky as well, because Baltimore may be revving up. They have to play every single game like it's a playoff game.
Yes, sir.
And then the Bills, honestly, depending on how many times they lose again, they could be fighting for a playoff spot.
Mm-hmm.
So those are the two games that's going to tell us about the Patriots, whether they're great or they're just good. And it's going to be the teams that really are fighting for something. The Ravens and the Bills are fighting to go to the Super Bowl. And if that means playing playoff football from here on out, they're going to give everybody their best. They better.
No doubt about it. We're going to talk about the Ravens in a second, but I do want to key in a little bit about Buffalo. Losing to Miami, not a good look at all. Green Bay losing again. We've got two teams that at the start of this year, we were like, yeah, playoff locks. Is it time for the panic button for these two teams? I say not necessarily for the Bills, because I've been hitting the panic button about their run defense for the longest time, and nothing's happened anyway. And they've still managed to make the playoffs. I'm like, okay, it's giving Steelers a little bit where he's like, you'll get there, but what are you going to do once you're in there? The Packers, though, ooh, that looks pretty bad. And I'm not even just saying that as a Bears fan. That looks bad. And it looks like Matt LaFleur is handicapping his offense a little bit. Ori, give me your thoughts on Green Bay and Buffalo just kind of spiraling a little bit here.
I don't think they should panic. I know it's still we not even in the second half of the season. So after Thanksgiving, then that's when you really start a little bit panicking. Maybe if you lose maybe two more games, but I don't think they should panic. Both teams are still good. Both teams are very, very, very good to make the playoffs still. So I don't think Bills or Packers should be worried. Like they just got to fix a lot of stuff going on, basically.
They do. And right now, I mean, biggest thing for Packers right now that's scaring me is the offensive line injuries, because they can't run the ball for a damn thing. Josh Jacobs he had average 2.7 a carry, and they were doing max protection, and the Eagles had light boxes. That tells you what you need to know. Tonio, give me your thoughts on Green Bay and Buffalo.
So I'm not high on Green Bay. Even I hate to be live because the guys, literally the coaches, know me. I even said that. So sorry, guys. I'm just keeping it real. I'm not high on them because I don't believe in Jordan Love, though. I think Jordan Love is, and I hate to say it, he's giving off Dak Prescott vibes. When he's up, and when he's down, he's down. I don't know if he can win them a game when their defense isn't getting to the quarterback, is what I'm saying. And we have to look at, they lost to Philly. I know they lost before that, but the problem is we're disrespecting Philly because Philly can be so much better. But even sometimes Philly not being their best is better than some people's best. That's who they lost to. It was a sloppy game, a horrible game that really Philly was terrible. But Philly terrible is better than people's best. And when you don't have a quarterback that can win you games like against that type of team, namely Jordan Love, because one thing Josh Jacobs said, and you guys remember last offseason, they needed a primary receiver that you can go to no matter what. I know they like the guys they have. I know they like Reed and Watson really is whatever. They don't have, and I hate to say it because he's always injured. Remember when the Bears had Keenan Allen, when he was healthy, you could always go to him regardless.
That's that third down guy.
And now in San Diego, some guys you can always go to no matter what. They don't have that guy. And their guy that they had is gone for the season. He's a pass blocking tight end. He's a receiving tight end. And you lose him. So you lost pretty much your best receiver, in my opinion, for the season, and your offense doesn't block for your running back. So now they're saying, Jordan Love, you really have to win us the game. And honestly, I don't know if they can do it. I'm not sure on that. That's strictly on them. The Bills, that's a whole different story. I do believe the Bills put too much emphasis on beating Baltimore and Kansas City. They don't focus on the little things. When I say the little things, they treat things like, oh, well, we can just beat these guys because we just focus on beating the best guys. They put all that energy into beating Baltimore. They put all that energy into beating Kansas City, and they pull out a stinker against the Miami Dolphins without their best receiver. Darren Waller, like we just talked about, isn't even there. And he had a great season up to that point. He was injured in Miami, and you lose. And Josh Allen looked as if he was disinterested at times in the game. So they're going to beat themselves because I don't know if they're taking the season as serious, because I think because they've lost so much in the playoffs that they are overlooking games during the season and focusing on the wins they need in the playoffs that they haven't got, and it's namely one guy, Patrick Mahomes. So we'll see what they do.
It's going to be interesting, no doubt. And the thing with Buffalo specifically that is, I think, the biggest issue right now is they kind of need to be playing with a lead, because if they can't rely on James Cook, they can't rely on option reads with Allen and that run game that is so good, it gets ugly pretty fast. I love Keon Coleman. Like, it's just not a one. That's the thing. It's the same with the Packers. Like, here's a stat for you. Matthew Golden has less receiving touchdowns this year than Caleb Williams does. Sit on that, Packers fans. Ha. First wide receiver in the first round in how many years? Oh, no, that's a bummer. Justin, stop me before I just start burying the Packers.
Nah, because I could tell you there's probably an offensive lineman somewhere that has more touchdown receptions than Matthew Golden.
Jesus.
Stuck on that one. Listen, Buffalo, I'm not going to panic so much on. Cold weather's coming. They typically play their best when it gets really cold, when the snow starts coming. Why? Because that's when you really need to run the ball, and that's what they do effectively. I'm going to table the panic for them for after Thanksgiving. The Packers, I'm fucking hitting that panic button. I woke up my girlfriend from that. I'm hitting that panic button. And here's why. It's one thing if this was a regular Packers team, regular offseason.
Someone doesn't like that.
We're building from the draft, and, you know, it's just not our season. It's another thing when you are a Packers team that went out and spent a king's ransom to bring in a star pass rusher in Micah Parsons, because that made the expectation that much higher for you. And there was always been that expectation for Jordan Love to actually reach that kind of height as well. We are seeing that he is not made for that. We are seeing that while he can be a good quarterback, he's very streaky. I know Antonio gave the comparison to Dak Prescott. Here's the thing. I have had the displeasure of watching Dak Prescott every single year since his rookie year. And the one thing I could tell you about Dak Prescott is that in the regular season, He'll put up some numbers and put up some points for you. I can't trust Jordan Love to do the same thing. It's in the playoffs that Dak Prescott disappoints everybody. But then again, it's the Dallas Cowboys. They disappoint everybody come playoff time.
That's what they do.
So, all that to say, I am hitting the panic button on Green Bay. Luckily, there is no singular owner for that team because it is publicly owned by the entire city and its people. So all y'all need to be making some noise because something needs to get fixed in there. And I would not be shocked if we see a little bit of a hot seat for the head coach as well.
It's going to be interesting to see. I can't wait because it just means that the Packers are going to be in turmoil and having to rebuild for the first time in what feels like 30 fucking years. So that's awesome for me. I love it. There's two types of quarterbacks in this league. It's quarterbacks that you can win because of, and then there's quarterbacks that you can win with.
In spite of?
There's three types of quarterbacks in this league. Russell Wilson is the in spite of type.
No, we can't win in spite of him.
No, that's insurmountable. That is completely insurmountable. That guy's garbage. But Jordan Love, I feel like he falls into the category of he's a quarterback you can win with. He's not necessarily a quarterback that you can win because of. And we're seeing that playing out throughout these weeks now that the offense is really relying on him to step up, and he is not. Before we get into the week that will be, I got to send it over to Ori, talk about his Ravens a little bit. Are they all the way back?
Oh, yes. You know we all the way back. I'm going to talk my shit right now. We all the way back, man. We got LJ Jackson back there, man. We got Derrick Henry. I don't know. Our receivers is kind of iffy. I'm kind of getting upset about that. I'm really upset that we really don't have that receiver one that some of these teams have. Like the Bears got a receiver number one. The Giants got a receiver number one. The damn
Bears
Eagles.
have 2 1s.
That's what I'm saying. We don't even got.
That's because Baltimore thought Zay Flowers was a 1. He's a high end 2.
It's a great 2.
The problem is with us as drafting receivers, we don't draft 6 foot and up receivers. And if we do, they don't do shit. I ain't gonna lie. They don't do shit. I mean, Rashad Bateman been there with us.
They return kicks pretty well. The ones that are above 6 feet.
What? We need somebody. We need a
That's
real
all they're good for,
receiver.
returning kicks.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, we have to go hard in this offseason to get a good number 1 receiver. But, yeah, I think we're back. I think we just have to win every game to make the playoffs now. Yeah. And you know who's losing to? Them goddamn Steelers. So that's looking good on our part. Looking real good on our part. So, yeah, we're back.
Aaron Rodgers is losing. It's a good time.
Before, though.
If I was Lamar Jackson, I'm holding out after this season for more money because this season absolutely proved that Baltimore cannot win without him.
God damn, how much more do you need? Shit. God damn.
Who's the highest paid quarterback right now?
All three of our faces just kind of like.
How much more do you need? Shit.
Hold on. Who's the highest paid quarterback right now?
Are we talking average annual? Are we talking total value? Are we talking guaranteed?
Average annual, Dak Prescott at 60. Yeah, I'm going to need to get over that.
Oh,
I hope for the sake of every GM that is not the case because quarterback contracts, first of all, quarterback contracts need to chill out for a while. The rest of the positions need to catch up, and then we can start resetting that market. Obviously, salary cap's just going to keep going up. We know that. It's not going up that much.
That's why the best position to play in football is backup quarterback.
Oh, man.
I love that.
You see Kirk Cousins just chilling.
Shout out Blue Mountain State, backup quarterback.
Just killing.
Yeah, actually, okay, you're right. Backup quarterback is the second best position. The first best position is whoever has Kirk Cousins' fucking agent.
There you go. And I think he has videotape on people too, because he's something else. Something.
That guy, either the greatest negotiator in the history of contracts and deals, or Tony, like you said, he knows where all the bodies are. Like those are the only options.
And Deshaun Watson's agent too, by the way.
Oh yeah, he's sitting on money. He's just chilling. I don't even think he's gonna play this season, to be honest.
Fully guaranteed contract to not play in Cleveland.
Bradley Beal of the NFL.
Any other Week 10 reactions before we get to the week that will be?
Yes.
Get after it.
So I agree with the Ravens. I do agree. I want them to be the surprising team that hopefully gets where they need to be. I am very tough on Lamar Jackson. Why? Because he's sensational during the season, but he turns into this, I want to be a pass-happy quarterback in the playoffs. And when he goes against those top-tier guys, namely Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes, the offense turns into I can throw as many touchdowns as you guys can. But his running ability is so much better than theirs. Somewhere in the game, he forgets that. I don't know what's that about. It's been happening when he loses, he turns into this pass happy guy. What got you to the playoffs is dink and dunk touchdowns, because if you notice, his attempts are never high. He always has like 20 touchdowns, maybe 3 interceptions, but his passing attempts is never insane. It's the running attempts that's always high for them. That's how they win games. But for some reason, they turn into a totally different team. If they could focus and sustain, because even though they don't have a number one, they have 2 good tight ends and they have 2 okay receivers. And not to mention him running and Derrick Henry. So they got the formula. They just need to stick it out. And they'll be okay.
Absolutely. Because if you're a Mike linebacker and you see Lamar Jackson climbing the pocket and there's a receiver running a slant behind you, what choice are you going to make?
Jeez, man.
Forward. You're going forward.
It's a nightmare.
Anything else we got from week 10?
Throw AJ Brown the goddamn ball.
We're going to talk about AJ Brown.
Throw AJ the goddamn ball. I'm tired.
Yeah, the one thing I'll say from week 10, the Detroit Lions have the best touchdown celebrations, and I don't care who says what.
It's not even close. Detroit,
I love their
team. Immaculate vibes.
I love that team.
Good.
I love
that team. That locker room.
I just love that team.
Such a
Shout out
good
to
time.
the Giants and the goddamn Seahawks. They look good. Them Seahawks?
Oh, let's get into it because we're going to talk about the Lions. We're going to talk about AJ Brown, and we're going to talk about the Seahawks. But before we get into that, we do have to talk about a Thursday night football matchup that is going to be happening. That's about all I can say about it because this is where Drake May really just if the MVP case wasn't already good, oof. No Quinnen Williams, no Sauce Gardner. I love you, Will McDonald, but you're not going to have the kind of game that you had, and it's going to be ugly for the Jets. Give me the Patriots. Give me the Patriots by a wide margin. I don't even care if Kayshon Bouttie's hurt because Drake May is just going to throw it to Pop Douglas instead. Patriots, fucking 42-10. I don't even care at this point. Ori, who you got?
Hey, don't doubt them Jets. Hey, they've been winning games. Don't doubt the Jets. They've been winning games.
They actually have an S at the end. You're right.
The Jets, man, they don't doubt them. They've been winning games. I mean, it's gonna be a great. I mean, it's not gonna be a great game. I don't know how this game. I was gonna say it's gonna be a great game, but then I realized it ain't gonna be a great game.
Division matchups are weird, but I don't know how much weirdness can help the Jets.
Because you know how you right, like you said, divisions is really weird. Because the Jets can go I don't even just whatever record, like the record now 2-7, 2-8.
I think it's 2-8.
2-8.
2-2.
They can play a great game on Thursday night and just win and be like, wow, we didn't even expect that to happen. So I got Patriots winning.
You said all that just to say Patriots.
But
I got Patriots winning.
Tony, who you got for Thursday night?
So this is a good game for, I think, as a quarterback and as a defense, not so much anybody else, for a quarterback to practice on what he's not good at. And for defense to practice on where they're weak at. Because the Jets offense is pathetic. And Drake May, for as good as he's playing, you always have a weakness. So you pick on the teams that you know that aren't going to be as good. They still may play good because it's a division, but you still should try to figure out where your weaknesses at on the field. Certain yard lines, it's a whole bunch that goes into it. And for the defense, what's the weaker side? Is it down the middle? Is it to the left? Because even though we see greatness, they still see weakness somewhere. So I do think it's going to be an out-of-hand game. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't even have a score. I just think they're going to win by 10 plus. I'm going to just be flat out honest with you. Now, the real question is, be careful. Don't nobody get hurt. That's going to be the real question.
Oh, my God.
Are they going to play long enough, or are they going to do something dumb? Because remember, you try things with weak teams. Are they going to do something dumb that could potentially get somebody hurt? And more importantly, something like a lineman, which almost happened to Lane Johnson. Remember the other day? It was at the end of the play. So they have to be careful, play this game the right way, get it done, get your starters out, blow them out, and on to the next one.
There you go. Tonio's got a double-digit win for the Patriots in a tune-up game against the Jets. Justin, who you got for Thursday?
I think the answer is clear. It's going to be the Patriots. I just don't know which part of my brain do I want to lean towards. The logical side in me says that they're going to go up 35-0, and then they're going to bench all their starters and play it smart. But Vrabel kind of puts me as a foot on your neck, and I'm never letting go kind of coach. So I feel like Drake May is going to join the likes of Sid Luckman, Peyton Manning, Nick Foles, Joe Cap, and join that list of people that scored 7 touchdowns in a single game. Because that's just how bad I think the Jets defense is.
Oh my God.
So
first of all,
one of those two is going to happen.
First of all, shout out to the Sid Luckman. The Sid Luckman poll. I fucking love that. Looks like we're unanimous on this one. Shocking. Let's talk about a game that actually has some stakes. We got the Lions at the Eagles. Could be a potential NFC playoff preview if the Eagles can get their shit together on offense. Is this the game where they do it against Dan Campbell's Detroit Lions? Justin, who you got?
You really think I'm going to go for Philly? like, if you ever think I'm going for the Philadelphia Eagles, you are absolutely kidding yourself. Give me the Detroit Lions. I want them to emote all over Philly. I want them to be the first team to actually find a way to stop the tush push. I want them to destroy Philadelphia. Why? Not because I hate Philadelphia, but because I want to see what AJ Brown does next.
It's gonna be there's how many books? How many books on
wait, I got you. I just got a whole new one. Just gonna be right there on the sidelines.
I love it. They gotta figure that shit out. They really gotta figure that shit out. Number one, AJ Brown is going to just not play and walk in the offseason if nothing changes. I feel very strongly about that. Ori, who you got for Sunday?
I got Eagles. I got Eagles. I really like the fucking Eagles, dude.
Birds stick together. I know.
I'm sorry, Justin. I know. I'm sorry, bro. I know, but God damn. I like the Lions, but I really love the fucking Eagles. I love I love Saquon. I love AJ, Smitty, Jalen. I love how the defensive group is doing over there, even though they lost some people last year after that Super Bowl win, but they're still doing great. So I got Eagles, but just throw AJ the goddamn ball. That's all I'm saying. Let him get 5 receptions for at least 85 and a touchdown. God damn. That's all the man be asking for. Shit.
That's
5
it.
receptions, 80 yards, and TD. That ain't bad. Shit, that's not a bad game.
You're not even asking for 100. Not even asking for 100.
I know y'all heard him on Twitch last night, too. He was on Twitch talking shit last night.
Oh, man.
He was playing Madden. Oh, you don't know about that, Tony?
I'm not a fan of AJ Brown.
Okay.
Wait, was it that comment where he said fam's all good, the rest is a shit show?
The rest is a shit show.
Yes.
And then he had some kind of play in Madden.
Then
he was like, that's the only highlight I've had.
I guess like the dude was showing like how many yards he had. He had like 9 receptions for like 108 yards. He said, yeah, this is the only time that football is really good for me. A fucking video. Like, that's crazy for him to say that.
They got to figure it out. Tonio, who you got Sunday?
This is a tough game for me. I think totally opposite than you guys. I believe they need to stay with their formula. They've only lost 2 games. 2 games. And it's grueling. weird season with a lot of upsets. Think about it. We've had a lot of weird. The Colts lost to Pittsburgh.
This has been a great season for parity in
Buffalo
the NFL.
lost to, especially Las Vegas betting. Bills lost to Mike. Like, it's a lot of strange games, but no matter what, Philly hasn't lost a strange game. They've lost to people they can actually lose to. It hasn't been any slack. We just want to see more offense, but they haven't lost. So I believe if they stay running the goddamn ball, you know when AJ will be happy? When he gets traded to a team that isn't winning and he's getting the ball. He's one of those guys. When he was on the Titans and he was getting the ball, he complained about losing. You go to a team and you're not getting the ball as much, but you've only lost 2 games and you're off a Super Bowl.
You got a ring to go with it, man.
And you're like, oh, man, I hate it here. So, okay, let's trade him to oblivion then. Go back to the Titans. Let's send you back there, sir. And let's see what you do.
Send him
Mike,
to New
Of
England.
course not.
But you got to
I ain't
remember.
gonna let that shit happen.
Send him
But
to
you
New
got,
England.
but you got to remember there are different types of players in the NFL. There is your Tom Brady's that only want the ring. They want the ring and they want as many rings as possible.
Of course.
There are your players that are only in it for the money. They want to be the highest paid. They want to be the highest producing. That's all they care about.
Of course.
AJ Brown strikes me as the type of player that got his ring. Now he cares about the legacy part. He got his ring. Now he wants production. Why? Because production equals more money. He could give a damn about winning another ring because all he needed was one for his collection, and that was it.
He complained a little bit last year, too. The problem is they won, so we kind of blanked it out.
We
So
just ignored it.
So I'll say this. For as good as he is, and you guys know this, when you're winning, everybody gets paid. Everybody looks good. Because they're not going to say A.J. Brown can't play. They're going to say he's just not getting the ball. And that's what he needs to understand. He's a productive receiver in a run-heavy offense. And honestly, they may be trying to go away from him because you notice they're going to Dallas Goedert and Devontae Moore.
Oh.
And Devontae complained once because it was poison in the locker room. See, GMs and owners are smart. They start to see things and they move around quietly. But I do believe if they lose this year, yeah, the Eagle fans will say, oh, you didn't throw AJ the ball. But if they lose and they throw him the ball, they'll say, well, Saquon didn't run. So you can't ever make people happy.
Not
you
in
just
Philly.
keep it pushing, and especially not in Philly. So honestly, run the ball, get Saquon going like you should. And then if you can get maybe AJ a couple touchdowns in the process, great. But at the end of the day, everybody knows how good he is. He hasn't lost a step. They're just a run-heavy defense. They're a run-heavy offense. And either he's going to get used to it or get sent somewhere to oblivion. And that's why I think he's headed, man.
If the Eagles lose and they don't repeat as Super Bowl champs, Howie will find a way to trade AJ Brown for 2 first-round picks. And I'm still going to look at him like, how the hell?
It's true. God, it really is. I'm excited for Sunday because I love great versus great, and Lions offensive line is great. Eagles defensive line is great. I want to see what happens.
I didn't make a pick. I didn't pick. I do still think Philly's going to win. It's going to be tough, though. But I do think because they're at home, they'll win by 3.
Give me the Lions. Give me the Lions. I don't know why. I think I do know why. It's because I'm looking at trenches. That's my favorite. I fucking love the Lions. And I'm looking at Aiden Hutchinson versus a compromised Lane Johnson. And I kind of like that. I kind of like that for Hutch. That guy is a game wrecker, and he can take over. He can take over a drive. And
nobody is talking
offense.
about the fact that Aiden Hutchinson really is having a comeback player of the year type season.
He should be in. Truthfully, I think that the impact that a player has on their team winning needs to have more bearing, because Myles Garrett should not be the front runner for defensive player of the year, because Aiden Hutchinson is the Lions defense.
Well, you know they're always not going to talk about. They're going to talk about the quarterback, and it's going to be Daniel Jones. Comeback player, unfortunately. It's always going to go to the quarterback. For as good as Aiden is playing, he's playing spectacular. Unless he's doing record-breaking numbers, They're going to say, you put Daniel Jones on the Colts and Jonathan Taylor's back, and they're leading the conference. And that's what's going to stay.
I don't know where he came back from. He only came back from getting cut and became a backup quarterback. What was that coming back from?
Sucking. What'd you come back from? Being ass. We got one more game to talk about, and it's not going to be Monday Night Football because Monday Night Football sucks. It's the Cowboys and the Raiders. No one wants to talk about that. So let's talk about Seahawks at Rams because that's awesome. That's NFC West Division title game right now, which is so cool. Seahawks are rolling. Sam Darnold playing like an MVP. Sorry, Minnesota. You let the wrong guy out the building. You should have just traded J.J. McCarthy for his potential. Sorry about it. Rams, though. Talk about playing at an MVP level. Matthew Stafford's just aging like fine wine. That offense is rolling. They hung 40 on the San Francisco 49ers, albeit a really beat-up defense. But still, you're supposed to do that, and they did. They executed. This game is awesome. Like, the fact that this didn't get flexed into primetime kind of – are we flexing yet? Can we even flex games
Not yet. But we're not bringing up the best story, Cooper Kupp revenge game.
Cooper Kupp revenge game. It's kind of fun. Although Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Yeah, I know.
It's his offense.
JSN is like, God damn.
He's really good.
So good.
And you know what also goes under the radar? Everybody talk about Micah Parsons, but DeMarcus Lawrence is playing really good.
Shout out to the Seahawks defense on my fantasy football team. I had a great weekend. I had a fantastic weekend.
You had them.
Shout out to that organization, man. They doing very well over there.
Oh, Seahawks
excellent. They're bringing something different over there. Like it's not even fair to play against the Seahawks. The way how they're blowing out teams these last 2 weeks.
Man, you're missing Mike McDonald, huh?
Yeah, I do.
You're missing Mike Mack.
Don't worry, I'm missing Leo. I miss Leo. Leo and Dex together.
That was so good.
JSN already got 1,000 yards already, bro.
No, JSN's going to be a problem for a while.
Yeah.
He already got 1,000 yards. And what week we in?
We're about to be in week 11. We're 10 weeks deep into the season. It's ridiculous.
He already at 1K. He need 800 more yards. 800, 900 more yards to beat Calvin Johnson's record? He's going to get
It's going to be tough.
That is one of those.
I feel like he'll get that.
I just realized we get to see the newly formed trio of JSN, Cooper Kupp, and Rashid Shaheed.
Yeah.
Bombs.
I still don't understand why Buffalo didn't make a move, but that's another day. Whatever.
Just bombs away.
And see, I don't know where I'm going with it because if I'm looking at Sam Darnold and I'm looking at the Rams pass rush, I'm like, that's not a good combination for Sam Darnold. But does it even matter? Because JSN can get open in 2 seconds. Like, does it matter? I'm going back and forth. Ori, who you got for this one?
Oh, I got Seahawks. I love Seahawks. They look good. I got them.
All right. Tony, what about you?
I got to go with Matty. I love Matty. Matty's always been great. He was in purgatory in Detroit. And everybody knows how talented he is. And as good as the Seahawks defense is, you got those two killers lined up on opposite sides. And they're a problem. And Matthew Stafford is a serious problem that's not being talked about like he should because we love the way Drake May's playing. To be continued on that, you guys will get that. I like the Rams, and actually I like the Rams by at least 6.5.
There we go. I like it. And that's the thing. When the Matthew Stafford trade happened to the Rams, immediately every single NFC North fan was like, the Rams are going to win the fucking Super Bowl. Because we all knew, we watched for years as Matthew Stafford was the only bright spot on an abysmal, Calvin Johnson, one of the two bright spots on an otherwise just awful, abysmal Lions team. And the second he got out, Super Bowl, there it was. Matthew Stafford, unbelievable quarterback. Justin, who you got for our Monday night substitute?
Man, you realize I don't even care who wins. I just care to know which one of these two receivers get more yards. Do I get JSN or do I get newly single Puka Nacua? Which one of these guys perform? I don't care who wins, but you know what? Give me Seattle because my heart first said the Rams, But then I'm like, this might be one of those games where you expect the Rams to pull one out, but it's going to go the opposite way. Give me the Seahawks.
Jared,
I think I got a little too enamored by our Matthew Stafford conversation there, Tony. Give me the Rams. I think it is a little bit closer. Give me the Rams by one score, probably like I'm going to say like 34-30 type game, like high scoring, but still close. Give me the Rams on this one, though. Anything else we want to talk about before we get out of here? We hit the 50-minute mark.
Go Ravens.
Go Birds.
Fire everybody.
Fire.
Seattle won a Colts in the Super Bowl.
Oh, wait. Are we about to talk about the Eagles? Is she going to do it?
Absolutely not.
Is she going to do it? No, she's just taking a piss.
All right. I was hoping we would get another one. I was hoping we would get one more. Last thing I got for you is Ben Johnson is a lunatic, and there is no one else I would rather have running my Chicago Bears. Till the next time, that's been all we've got for the Gridiron segment. We've been chatting all about our Week 11 picks, our Week 10 overreactions, and this is what it is every week. We just love talking about sports, and if you made it this far, I can tell that you love talking about sports too, so you might as well be subscribed. You might as well hit that like button because that helps us out so much, pushing our content out to football fans just like you. Till the next time, that's been Justin, that's been Tonio, that's been Ori, this has been Kyle, and this has been the Gridiron segment. Peace!